Welcome everybody. We are on starting episode 11. Could you believe it? We've reached double digits, and now we're surpassing. I think we're about 5 episodes deeper than what we originally thought we were going to get, boys. So here we are, episode 11. Again, sorry, gotta say this once again, but for anybody that's expecting an order from us, we're working through it. Trust me, it's just as painful for us as it is for you guys. So have a little bit of patience. And if you got a problem with it, you could probably strap on a set and come talk to me, and we'll have another chat about it or something like that.
We're duck hunters, not techie people.
Yeah, no doubt. No, in all seriousness, guys and girls, I wish I had an absolute answer for you, but it is happening. Dave was looking into it today and firing off all kinds of, I think his fingers were on fire firing off emails today. So hopefully we'll get it settled out for you as fast as we can. As you know, we have Phil, who just informed us that he's getting ready to head to the trailer. Dave up in Kincardine and Mark down in Renfrew in a beautiful Ottawa Valley. And you know what? Today, this is like TSN, eh? This is what I feel. Point. Well, I feel like we're like a group of reporters on TSN, and we're talking about these new draft choices that are coming in. Like these two fellas from Maritime Goose Hunters, Tyler Jordan and Marcus. I can't even say your last name, Marcus. So I'm not.
It's tricky.
It's tricky.
I'm not even gonna try and bastardize your name. So
no, that's the last name is tricky. It's actually tricky, yeah.
Oh, that's easy then.
Hey, we can edit that. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, there's no editing in this, buddy. So for anybody that's been on social media over the last, I would say, 2.5 months, these guys, the name of Maritime Goose Hunters, have certainly been out there. They're out of New Brunswick, but borders, that Atlantic bubble certainly isn't affecting them because they're all over the place in Ontario and West right now. And it is a great honor because they've been following us and watching episodes ever since we first started. So it's a great honor to have them on the show today. We'll be able to shoot the shit and talk and poke fun at one another and everything and learn more about what Maritime Goose Hunters are. So Tyler, Marcus, thank you so much for coming on today and the little bit of a shit show we had to getting the episode started tonight. So welcome.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, absolute pleasure, man.
So boys, you know the gig, you know how it happens. We do that introduction, then I fire off the first question, and then everything just rolls from there, right? So, you know, with you guys being somewhat new to the scene and the millions and millions of listeners to this podcast, what would you say, like, so anybody that hasn't heard tell of you, what are you all about? Can you let everyone know?
Marcus and I have been hunting together for a few years now, but I had my decoys and blinds and everything all over the place. He has a bunch of stuff in Fredericton and St. John and Hampton, and we just looked at all of our shit and said, man, we got so much gear and so much stuff that we could really open this up. And then we started thinking, you know, like I said to him, like, basically 90% of the time people will walk by a dressed member of the military or a police officer and wouldn't think twice to say hi to them or anything. So it's a thankless career, and it's just something that we wanted to give back to and just let the boys and girls, I guess women and everybody come out and just disconnect for the day and have a blast, have some fun, have some laughs, mostly at my expense usually.
You know, with 3/4 of the panel from I guess emergency services, we can't thank you enough for just a gesture of thinking about, you know, military, first responders, cops, the whole bit, right? Which, like, do either one of you have any military or police or first responders in your family whatsoever, or is this just a?
Well, I grew up pure-blooded military brat. My stepfather was a MP. I got a little bit of the both best worlds. I got some cop and some military in there.
They're not real cops.
Yeah. It was an interesting childhood. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
And my brother, he did 2 tours in Afghanistan with 2 RCR, and he's still currently in the military over in Edmonton right now.
Okay.
And you know, he's my hero. You know, couldn't be any prouder than anybody in my life. So when Tyler and I came up with this idea, it was just I didn't hesitate and said, let's do it.
That's the first I heard that story, because he did say I was his hero. Whatever.
It's pretty, you know, like, fuck, we're all in the military or police, or Dave's like a nuclear scientist, so he's pretty fucking important too. But
nuclear.
Yeah. Nuclear. But like we've been around this for a long time, and there always seems to be just the one hunt out of a season that's dedicated to emergency services, and you guys have obviously took it to another level, and your entire program centers on getting out there and taking someone from emergency services and bringing them on a hunt with you.
Yeah, 100%. We actually, in New Brunswick now, I mean, I don't know if it's everywhere, but in New Brunswick, September 1st is opening day, and we've been talking with Nathan Davis from Can Hunt. He's a tank commander. Wicked guy. He's got, you know, seems to have his hands kind of in everybody in Canada that's anything to do with waterfowl hunting and Veteran Associated. Yeah. So we got real lucky with him, just shooting the shit one day, and he said, you know, like, it's something that I'd like to do, and I said, well, we'd be, you know, honored to have you.
Absolutely.
Another buddy of ours, Tim, he came out on the crow hunt. I don't know if anybody saw that on Instagram or not, but it's there, but he's also engineering in Gagetown right now, and you know, other guys that are retired, and they're saying, you know, is this just for active members? And we said, you know, you put your time in, man. Like, you earned it. This is the absolute least we can do, and we're happy to provide everything that the guys would need, and luckily we got the sponsors and the donations this year that can really make comfortable hunt for everybody. So it's good.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about how genuine you guys are, because I've been following your social media, and I've seen some of the prizes that you guys have up, and it's pretty. Actually, there was one I even emailed you, and I'm like, how in the hell are you getting all this stuff? Because it was impressive, man. Like, you guys, and it's a testament to you guys, right? Because you're very genuine in what your reasons are. And I think businesses appreciate to see somebody that's genuine and trying, you know, to honestly do something good. Sorry.
I think also these businesses, you know, they'd also like to show their little bit of appreciation for veterans and first responders as well. So, you know, we just click with them right away. You know what I mean? It seems to be going quite well, right? Like, but it's kind of funny. Like, you sit there and you get these DMs on Instagram and stuff from veterans and first responders to us, and they're all just like, man, like, we can't thank you guys enough for putting out a program.
Yeah, everybody's thanking us.
At the end of the day, like, we're just doing it to thank them. You know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to make it, you know, a little bit easier on them, maybe take their mind off their job for, you know, 4 or 5 hours for a day.
And the PTSD, right? Guys can let go, and like, you guys all hunt, you know that there's just nothing better than sitting in a blind. Like, you even on, the shitty days where you get skunked or you only see birds, like, you're still laughing, you're having a good time. So.
And at the end of the day, too, first responders and military personnel, they are a huge backbone in the hunting world. So they, why not bring them along, right? Just, we're going to be out hunting anyways.
We're hunting buddies. We're going out anyways.
You also bring them.
We got lots of room. We got lots of shit. It's
too much shit.
Whether or not, whether or not Nathan came with us or whether or not you guys ever came down or whatever the deal is, we're still going out, right?
Yeah.
We're hunters. We're still going out and having fun. So we got lucky. You got the tangle-free blinds, the panel blinds this year. So like we can lay them up in a line and have 8 guys shooting out of it, really, and be pretty comfortable. And I mean, that's a lot of birds to miss. So
it'd be nice to have those Ontario numbers, though.
Yeah, the Ontario numbers. Yeah.
Well, we wish we had out west numbers. So
I think it progressively goes west.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't go. Actually, Nova Scotia was pretty good.
PEI has just some of the craziest numbers of birds going.
And who wants to go there?
Who wants to go there? We actually got invited on a good hunt for one of our buddies, White Cheek. He's on Instagram. His name's Peter. We're in talks about getting up there with him, but I know like the birds in PEI are.
It's unreal. I go to PEI every year, and it's just mind blowing. Really, the birds you see coming out of that place. We're a little spot in the middle of the ocean. There's just
right on that flyway, eh?
Yeah, you see flocks of thousands, right? But I guess when you live on a rock that's all farmland, it's bound to happen sooner or later.
And it's right into that farm. It's right into that flyway, right where they want to be going, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, that would be a hunt I'd really love to do too.
If you can ever get there, do it.
But I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to make it up to Ontario this fall and hopefully come for a hunt with us and do the trip with us. I think Kevin LeBoeuf from Educated Beards is coming. He's going to come up for a trip with us, so you guys should tag along with him and come up.
Right on.
I don't think you'd let me around him with this. This is like 2 months of growth here for me.
You wouldn't be judged. Billy?
Us hard growers have to stay together, man. Right? I'm going on 2 years.
This is 3, so I'm doing pretty good.
I get real patchy. My wife says, "Get rid of that thing."
Yeah, what happened to your beard, Damien?
Damien.
It was an early anniversary gift for my wife. So she had asked for me to make it a little tidier before the anniversary. So I got a haircut and went to go get a trim, but the barber is not allowed to do anything with your beard now. So it obviously really didn't look good once I got my haircut. So I came home and pulled the ball clippers out and started to trim it up a little bit. And obviously the clippers got a little bit out of control. So I just had to shave her all off, but ain't start all over again.
Hey, the only thing you pulled was your man card.
Listen, there's nothing you're going to say that's going to make me feel any fucking shittier over the fact that I'm now walking around with a face the size of a basketball.
Or look like a 16-year-old.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Now for both, though, wouldn't he?
You're a beaut. Boys, anything for the lads at all?
Yeah, I got a question. Why did you guys get started? Like how long ago? What inspired this?
Well, again, we've been hunting for a few years together, and when I moved to New Brunswick and started getting into hunting, actually, he had an ad on Kijiji looking to lease land. Because around here, like there's farmers that have thousands of acres, but they don't like having people on their property. And we had to. I have the gift of gab, I guess, and I went knocking on some doors, and I ended up getting. I think right now we're sitting on about 13 different farms or 14 different farms, and they all have big acres. So I messaged him and I said, "Hey man, you got some gear and I got some fields to hook up. And he said, yeah. And then basically it's been the little brother complex. And just as soon as there's one fuck up, he's on me.
Yeah.
Big time. Calling me an idiot and everything. So
he does the talking, but I keep him in line.
yeah.
That's good. But yeah, we're sitting at just over 2,000 acres of private land for us to hunt this year. So it should be a great season, and why not share it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It gets frustrating. Like I've been duck hunting probably, well, legally, since I was 16 years old. But yeah, it's just it gets frustrating over times. You have these people that they got all this land and they just don't want to share it. Right? They just, oh, we like the geese. Yeah, that's
We
cool.
like when they shit all over.
Yeah, they destroy half your crop, and that's cool. But
Yeah, grow winter wheat and see how much you love geese.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. But so this guy and we hooked up, and he friggin' can talk, and he just, I don't know how he does it, but he seems to know everybody's phone number too. It's fucking weird.
I got some numbers.
We'll be looking at a farm one day hunting. It'll be like 5 doors down from where we are, and next thing you know, he's on the phone with the guy. You're like, how did you even get that guy?
I called the guy that was 3 houses down, 3 farms down when we were in the blinds last year. And I said, I can hear those fucking geese right over the field. They're honking, and I called up. I said, hey, you mind running out there on your 4-wheeler and scaring them birds out? Worked out.
I think we limited that day.
Well, that's not bad. I haven't heard any of us pull that one yet, where you've called the farmer next door. But it obviously, you know what, it's good, because I tend to find that a lot of people, and I've been guilty of it sometimes too. It's that you don't want to go knock on those doors and ask those, because for every person that says yes, you have 5 people that say no, right?
Oh, at least.
That's true. I mean, obviously that's true, but the worst thing that they're gonna say is, get the fuck off my property, maybe point a shotgun at me. But if they had a shotgun, they wouldn't have a goose problem, I guess. But we went out to one guy, and he has probably 900 acres of land himself, and I knocked on his door and talked to him, and he said nobody's ever come out here and knocked on the door. People have shown up and took the trailer out through his corn crops and set everything up, and he's had to go out and chase them out with the tractor, and they just showed up, and they leave their Tim Hortons cups and chip bags and shit. And I was like, oh, that's what's wrecking it for.
And that's what I was going to say when Marcus said people don't want to share it. I don't. Obviously, there's always going to be a couple people that just don't want to share it, but for the most part, they've been burned by hunters before, right? Someone has come out and left a mess and tore up their field and got stuck out there, and you know what I mean, and that's what's happened for the most part. So the fact that you guys are out knocking on doors, it says a lot.
We used to hunt this one field, and we had to cross a river on foot with chest waders carrying 6 dozen full bodies.
Uphill both ways.
It pretty much was, wasn't it?
We only had a fucking boat, eh?
Yeah. We only had a boat. Yeah. Well, no, it was.
We put our blinds up over our heads. We were wading across the water, and all these birds were falling in the field. And I looked at Marcus, and I was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." The birds were landing right on the other side of the water that we just parked at and crossed over. And then I went over after that and knocked on the old fella's door there, and he said, "I would love it if you guys came out here and got."
I think the next week we were hunting his field. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you know what, fellas, it sounds like you guys are doing all the right things, and the question, how much pressure is down, or how many people are in competition for those same fields that you're into?
Nobody, baby. They're exclusive.
Yeah, I know, but how many other people? I know you may have exclusive rights on the field, but how much hunting pressure is down? I hunted New Brunswick. I was there for 4 years, and
it's growing up a bit now. But New Brunswick is, I would say, the majority would be duck. So a lot of the pressure's off until about October 1st. And then
The guys
Yeah.
up in Florenceville and stuff, they have a lot of birds
They have
up
a
there.
lot of
They got a
birds.
lot of pressure there.
yeah,
Okay.
We're 3 hours away from there, so
yeah.
definitely don't have nearly as much. But
Right.
We got a nice little nook though that not too many people know about. But it's yeah, the pressure is it's not nearly as strong as it is as you would think it is. So
October
helps.
1st, it's pretty bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
It seems like everybody and their fucking dogs coming out October 1st, and then
Mhm.
on the 2nd, you can go anywhere you want.
yeah,
Right.
So,
yeah. We have a lot of opening day hunters here.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And we do too.
Yeah.
And we've got a ton of hunters that hunt until deer starts. Right. Once deer
Yeah.
starts, then they're done. They just want to be out and they enjoying the outdoors and all that stuff. Right. So we've got the same thing when it comes to, but the pressure to have properties to hunt is what's here, I would think, fellas?
Oh, especially in my neck of the woods, like it's being so close to the Toronto area, the GTA. Like everyone and their cousins out there trying to pound on doors, snag fields,
Yeah.
run trucks through everything, leave shells, leave coffee cups. It's just a gong show.
Yeah, that's the killer. Like we go up and pick up as many wads as we can find, and there's never any. It's a campsite rule, right? It's nicer when you got there.
Yeah, like I've had to go in
sorry.
and pick up after guys after their hunts
Yeah,
on some fields that I've gotten. Like,
Right.
dude, like you keep this shit up. Like this is like this one field in particular. It's one of my prime fields, and it's a shared property. And I've had to go back in after some Instagram sensation hunters and clean up their shit.
Right.
wouldn't be us.
But like they're all about the
That's one of the things, it's like one guy can ruin it for 40, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you're just
I had to come. Like I get to talk all the time. Like, oh no, I let guys in here 10 years ago, and they really burnt me. And you can't say anything. It's farmer's land, right? I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. If you change your mind, I'm gonna come by tomorrow and knock again.
yeah.
Yeah. Dave, up where you are, like you've got probably one of the bigger outfitting rackets in Ontario in your backyard. So I would think the ability to snag a piece of farmland is pretty difficult where you are.
No, it's my mute's not on good, right?
Yeah, you're good.
It's not bad up here. They're actually like 45 minutes away.
Okay.
Both outfitters are there.
Yeah.
I find whenever I go knocking on doors, like last year, it's always the same 3 groups of people. And last year, I went to this one farm and I was using the binos, like trying to look to see which field they're actually landing in.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I figured it out. Put the binoculars down, go to put it in park, and a truck drives by and whips into the driveway. And it was one of the other guys from the hunt group, and I was like, oh, okay. But
Yeah.
in Kincardine itself, it's kind of the same 3 or 4 different groups, right? So
Okay.
I don't find it too bad up here, no.
Mark, for you've got that, I don't know what you would, I don't even have the right name to call that piece of property that you do every species that you hunt off that one property. But I do know that there must be a lot of stuff coming up because I do know of 2 new outfitting rackets that's starting up in your area coming this September. So there must be some new land or
Same land, just more and more people getting into outfitting up this way.
yeah.
Like a few years ago, you were probably noticing when you were still up around here, there was a couple of younger outfitters started up,
Yeah.
and it just added to the pressure in the area, right? There's guys who don't claim to be outfitters who are outfitters, and they obviously put a lot of pressure on the different fields in the area as well. I don't know what you're laughing at, Phil, but right. So, but
Wait, they're outfitters, but they're not outfitters.
Guides that don't guide.
All right. Yeah. No, I actually, the reason why I brought that up, Mark, is because I had an old a fellow I knew a long time ago. We done some stuff together, and he's now out of the military, and he's starting up his own. And when I was talking to him the other day, he said, I'm in the Renfrew area, and I'm like, well, I can put you in contact with a real good dude once you're up and ready to sort of help you out, and you know. But then again, I don't know how much time you're going to be spending in around the Renfrew area. You only got probably another couple months, and then you're out of there, right?
Till the end of October.
And okay, so you'll get the better part of the season, though. Sorry, Dave, I cut you off, buddy.
No. So would you guys call yourself guides, outfitters? Like when you guys aren't taking out these people, veterans, first responders, etc., are you actually doing guiding and stuff on the side as well?
Marcus has his guide license, but in New Brunswick, for whatever reason, New Brunswick has the most foolish rules, so that if you're classified as a guide, there's guide 1 and guide 2. So guide 1, you have to charge money, which is something that we're just not doing with this hunt. We're not going to make retired service members, whether it be ambulance, police, or sorry, paramedic, police, military, anybody. We're not going to make anybody pay to come down with us. And that's what I wanted to actually say to Damien. This is something that is 100% a give back. For legal purposes, you got to bring your own gun. Yeah. Right? You have to have your own gun, your own PAL, whatever. But like the other thing is that Marcus can technically guide people, but he can't have a gun.
That's right.
So, like I know in PEI, like Pete, our buddy Pete there said, like he can be a resident hunter and take out 2 non-resident hunters to hunt as well. Right. So like New Brunswick's just the only place that has kind of tight rules.
Thankfully, most of our first responders and military this year are actually New Brunswick residents. So that means I'm able to.
And they're already hunters too.
Yeah. So it'll be good that way. But if need be, yes, I can definitely take out of province people.
I just want to go back to that piece about where you said that it's all free and tie in where we were talking about these awesome donations that these businesses are doing for you guys. So the deal is that they in turn give you a pile of stuff or give you a ridiculous deal for you to buy a pile of stuff. You guys then raffle it off, auction it off, do whatever it is, and all the money that you raise, that's not going into your pockets.
No,
that's in order to get all of these first responders, military, all these people. That's all that money is used to get those guys out on the hunts, guys and girls.
Right. I think the only money that we've really used for us would be towards a trailer, but that's just to bring.
That was off the church.
That's just to bring decoys and stuff out for those hunts, right? Like just a place to keep all of our stuff. It's not so much for us. It's just more so to make our life a little bit easier doing it, right?
We're taking it one gentleman that's retired military that had some shrapnel going in his leg, and he's got some ailments.
Yeah.
Asking questions like, you think you can kind of work something out? And I said, buddy, I'll fucking put you on my back and drop you off at the chair. You're coming home.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little pissed about because usually he carries me on his back. And, it is what it is, right? So I guess I'll walk that
way.
You
just walk.
Yeah. So how do you see this experience going for people, just so that they kind of get an idea of what's going to happen? Like they'll go to your town, get a hotel for the night, and you'll pick them up at the hotel.
Well, if it's people that are coming from out of town, like I mean, Gagetown to St. John, I think it's only like 45 minutes. So that's where the base is Gagetown or Muckville. So those guys, they can drive down in the morning basically and meet us. Like our fields are roughly 45 minutes from St. John anyway. So, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But if like the girls there from Canadian Sportwomen's Society, who by the way butchered our name last week.
I know.
She messaged me right away. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." They want to come down, and D Chan, the Fit Huntress from Instagram there, she wants to come down. Her and her boyfriend Jay, come down to a hunt. People like that, then we're definitely gonna get the hotel, whatever, and we'll pick you up and take you right out to the field. There's lots of Tim Hortons stops on the way out. Yeah. So I mean, if people do have to get hotels, we're gonna chauffeur you around. We're gonna show you show you all the fields, show you where to go, where we're going. You know.
Unfortunately, we can't make it 100% free and copy you a place to
No,
craft. For the night.
absolutely not. No. And I don't think anybody expects that. I think 99% of the people that are hunting, that they sort of expect that they have to cover their own food and lodging. So I don't think you'd ever have to apologize for not being able to provide lodging and grub for somebody. But you know, I think what you guys are doing is amazing, and I, being a hey, are you guys still on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but
Pay your taxes.
We're hunters, not tech support, right?
no, yeah, that's what. Well,
Like we said at the start.
Billy Kennedy is calling me, and I know why
Billy.
he's calling. I know why he's calling me, because Purina has come up with what they want to give us to do for a prize package, and Billy's been up to his cottage all week, and I had asked him if I could have it for Thursday before we did the episode, and he said, absolutely, you'll have it on Thursday.
100%.
And it's Thursday, and Billy's calling me, so
I'm on the way.
yeah. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not out in the driveway right now. But anyways, yeah, no, I to get back, like I think it's awesome what you guys are doing, and the only I feel you know, like this is probably one of the most backstabby, cutthroat friggin' things you will ever get into in your life, fellas. And the only advice that I can give you is have fun. And I think you guys will definitely have fun, because you're not letting the dollar affect anything that you're doing. You have the ultimate good no, but you have good intentions. You're doing it for all the right reasons, and for that reason, I think you guys are gonna do awesome. And the fact that you're on the East Coast, which makes it even more special to guys like Mark and I. You know, I think it's awesome what you're doing, and I'm super impressed with how you've used social media to just be in everybody's fucking face.
It's a perfect platform just to fucking drive it. Just be there. Just don't let them blink without seeing your name.
So about that, so I'm guessing that how you contact people, or how people contact you, is mainly through what they see on social media. Is that how they get in touch with you? Is there anything that you guys do to reach out to people too? Is there something else, or is it purely just
I've been sending
your social media presence?
And social media, like DMs and stuff. I've been sending it off to a lot of companies, and like, you know, we got a real sweet hookup from Vortex for this year. Like they looked after us like just beautifully. Couldn't have asked for any more. And it was just, you know, hey guys, this is what we're doing. This is the idea that we're doing. You know, we got a lot of interest in this right now. We're not asking for anything, but is there anything maybe that you guys like to help us with? Vortex was like, we got you. We'll hook you right up. So they gave us that's what Damien messaged me about, by the way, everybody. He tried to get free money from me, but
as far as like local like advertising goes, like we are, you know, we're within earshot of the military base here, right? But you know, and it might do you some good, but with the whole virus situation and stuff like that, you don't have as many people out and about seeing things like that. So we do rely quite heavily on the social media platform. But you know what the Maritimes is like. You tell one person, and next thing you know, his mother's calling you and all of her friends. So
friends like that, yes.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick, right? And
we've been up. You know, it's kind of shitty because we haven't been able to get into firehouses in St. John. We haven't been able to get into RCMP stations because everybody's, you know, like, don't come within 6 feet of the door, right? So we got real lucky with right now, like all the military people are, you know, it's a pyramid scheme right now. Basically, tell five friends. we're getting emails every day like, yeah, me and 6 of my buddies want to come out.
Yeah.
Sure, let's
That's
do it.
awesome.
We're at the point now that, I mean, we're gonna
Then you
have
got to
to,
start saying no.
yeah, like
Yeah,
That's
we
amazing,
might have,
eh?
we might have to start turning some
I-
people
yeah,
away,
like,
because unfortunately we do also have full-time jobs. So it, you know, it's just, you don't want to be looking at the work calendar there and it's just full. So
every
it's,
single day.
Hey, it is a
Sick
grind,
all
right?
the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
it
But,
definitely is a grind. So, and the
We've had
last
people
thing you need to
message
do
us
is
about,
beat yourself up, right?
We've had people message us too about, hey, you know, I'm not military, but I love your idea, and is there any way that, you know, maybe you guys could sneak me in for a hunt? And I'm not turning people away for that, but I am giving preference to first responder, right? That's my deal. But I'm saying I can't. Hey, what if I pay you to take me out? And I said I can't accept money because that's not what we're doing. But I've been telling people to.
if you had to.
No, I've been
Read
telling
lips.
people to donate to like Wounded Warriors Canada and stuff. So a couple people, we are taking out a couple of civilians that have donated a pretty nice donation to Wounded Warriors, which is something
Yeah.
that, you know, we want to emphasize, right? That we will take people out, but they got to pay for it.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive. That and again, you're not taking the money for yourself. You're
Don't see
you're
any
seeing
money.
that you're seeing that money, you know, go to support veterans, soldiers, you know, all
Wait
of
till
that.
next year. We're doing nothing but circus folk.
Oh, yeah,
It should
yeah.
be quite interesting. Yeah. So we'll see where that one takes us. But yeah.
So what do you prefer, geese or ducks?
Eat or to shoot?
Shoot.
Ooh.
I prefer geese for both because my eyesight's shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I don't know, like, you know, we've all experienced it. There's not much better than being in a lay down blind or in a pit and you just got, you know, a good flock of geese coming in and those landing gears come down and you just know it's game time and it's quite the feeling. And around here, like, the marshes are so big that, you know, you get the ducks coming in, but like to get them to work because it's a bit different. Like you don't, it's not like you watch it on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's not like look at all these mallards just pouring into the single pond that I happen to fucking pick out today. It's just, you're in a big body of water and you just hope that you're in a better spot than the person next to you.
If there's two flooded fields right beside each other, we're in the wrong one 95% of the time.
But as far as geese goes, you know what I mean? Like you can really do your homework on them, and yeah, you can if you're on the X, it's a fucking hell of a time.
You got a boat now, hey?
What's that?
You got a boat now.
Yeah, it's 17
It's only
foot
17.
Too small.
Garbage, really.
It's a doozy. It's a doozy. But yeah. So that's going to be a game changer this year for the Ducks as well.
Have you guys ever been in the divers and like shooting out on big water? Like have you ever
Like on the
witnessed?
ocean, you mean?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
like here it's the lakes, but yeah.
well, I've done a bit of sea duck hunting, but I'm a big believer in if you're not going to eat it, don't shoot it.
Yeah, very.
And I don't really enjoy the taste of sea ducks as much as I would as a puddle duck. So
He says that because he missed every fucking crow when we went out 2 weeks
yeah,
ago.
yeah, they're fucking fast. See, they're way faster.
crow?
than right? No, not crows. Freaking sea
Yeah,
ducks.
we went out to that farmer's field there and did a little conservation for him. He was just begging to get the crows taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody who shall remain nameless went through a hell of a lot more shells than anybody else that was out.
Hey, if you don't shoot at them, you won't hit them, right?
That's a sound philosophy right there, bud.
You probably thought conservation meant to just scare them away, right?
That's right, yeah. We won't be going back to the field either way, right? So it works out well, but it's actually quite funny. Last year, all the boys that we hung with, they all used to call me Pew Pew because every time a bunch of geese would drop down, I'd say I shot at least 3 of them.
Didn't even have his gun loaded. He
Gun,
just pointed.
gun really loaded. Pew, pew.
Hey, Mark, we know somebody like that, eh?
Yeah.
Well, boys, I can't thank you enough for coming on and really, really appreciate it. And I appreciate you taking the time to come on, but what I'm really appreciative of, and I'll speak on behalf of Mark and Phil, and they can chime in again if they want, but you have no idea how much it means to us to know that there are people out there that actually are thankful for the things that we've done. I don't expect nothing. To me, it was a job. I needed to work. I didn't join for anything other than that. I needed a job.
It is a job for a lot of people, career for a lot of people, but man, you had to sacrifice so much shit. Like,
It's very selfless.
No more. Yeah. So anyways, I'll let Mark get in here, but I can't thank you enough for what you're doing because I think it's absolutely amazing what you're doing.
Like we said earlier, we're not really doing it for a thank you. We're doing it for a thank you.
But I do like hearing you say thank you to me. So
Yeah.
Mark?
One more.
I'm Air Force. I stay in hotels, boys.
Go blue, eh?
Yeah.
Go blue.
Yeah.
Philly?
Honestly, like I won't get into the politics of it and whatnot, but like at the end of the day, yeah, like, you know, I signed up to do a job, right? You gotta do something to pay the bills, put the roof over your head, right? I didn't sign up to get free shit and handouts. It's
McDonald's is hiring every day too, though, right? So it's.
I do love a good Big Mac.
It's a job. It's a
Not
job.
gonna lie.
You knew what you were getting into,
But-
and it might be just a job, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's a job that you were all aware.
Yeah,
The
like,
possible outcomes.
for-
I fucking well wouldn't.
But yeah,
I
for-
think I was
It's a bit
getting
different on the rock, though. They just they tell you don't got to be in a
Yeah.
boat anymore, and you can go
Yeah.
on. And, so
yeah, like for someone that's, you know, does what he does, and it's a generational thing in my family, and like, you know, what you guys are doing, we appreciate.
Yeah.
And we,
thank
you
you.
know,
We appreciate everything that you guys have done for us as well. So
we'd be in a lot shittier place, like you just said. It's generational. We'd be in a lot shittier place without, you know, your family and you, and even Air Force guys.
Dave?
Go blue.
they keep the hotel industry booming, right? It's just it is what it is, right? It's just, everybody does their part, I guess.
How many points
But,
you got on a health card?
Yeah,
Not allowed to talk about that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. And like everything that we do, you know, like we didn't get into this either as a way to get, you know, free shit or do anything. Like we're, you know, people are throwing gear at us, and we're extremely thankful. We got picked up by Valley Calls, who's a local New Brunswick guy, unreal guy. He makes fantastic calls. We just got, you know, Kent's is really hooking us up this year for all of our ammo. Vortex hooked us up with some binoculars and everything. Like it's just shit that we couldn't say enough good things about these companies, just but not knowing us from a hole. Saying, you know, hey, we like your idea, we like your promise, but you know, we haven't delivered anything yet, right? So I mean, this could all just be a big smoke show, but I mean,
Thankfully, it's not.
thankfully it's not. I mean, it's
But,
something that we are actually passionate about.
we are quite booked, and we're quite excited to be booked.
We just got off the phone with Revolution Armory about some shotguns. They're a Turkish-made shotgun, but they're out of Edmonton, which is where I grew up. And Barry's a real nice dude. He's gonna hook us up there for this year, and just everybody's really pitching in to basically make this something that can't not succeed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got the first responders, we got military, we got all of our gear, we got everything. So it's just, again, you know, you guys are saying you appreciate it, but we would be fucking nothing without you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This whole country would be in a shittier spot than it is now.
Yeah.
Right. And so I mean, we appreciate everything you guys do and the sacrifices that you made, and you didn't think twice about it. It's just taking you guys hunting for the day, or you know, whoever is the very least that we can do.
I really appreciate it. Dave, buddy?
Yeah, thanks guys for coming on, and I think we've all said it. Thanks to everybody else, the veterans, first responders. Why don't you guys plug your Instagram there so people know how to get a hold of you and contact you? For all the thousands of listeners we have.
Millions.
Sorry.
Yeah. Millions. Like and subscribe, by the way.
I saw this was just above Spittin' Chicklets, which is awesome. Which is my two favorite podcasts.
There you go.
No free ads.
No big deal.
Not a big deal. It's we're on Maritime Goose Hunters, and you know, if you are in anywhere in Atlantic Canada, really, if you're anywhere in Atlantic Canada and you're first responder, military, police, whatever you are, we even had a couple guys from reserves. That's a choice you made. We're more than happy to fulfill your hunt, take you out and get you a good hunt, get some birds down, have some laughs. So
And once the bubble expands, hopefully we will as well. But we'll see, I guess.
our bubble lifts on the 3rd tomorrow. I told my wife I'm going to Nova Scotia on the 6th because I just spent $1,000 on fucking decoys. Ready to kill them.
You got a good woman right there. You spent $1,000 on decoys and she didn't
Yeah,
fucking murder you.
She's not going to listen to this. I told her it was 400.
Have you guys seen that picture of the chick holding up a sign and it says need spare change, not poor, just married a duck hunter?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I don't think she has any idea about prices about anything that I bought. Like if I told her how much my other shotgun was, she'd use them.
Well, in fairness, $1,000 on decoys is rookie numbers.
No, that's just enough. I mean, fuck, we gotta fill up Marcus's little tiny dinghy boat there too, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. If only I got a 17-foot 4, I would have been had it
Yeah.
fucking made. I knew.
You can always go bigger.
Yeah.
How big, Phil?
But yeah, no, actually,
how big? Say it again.
I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
Nope. Sure won't.
Just like you were saying though. Just like you were saying though, if I ever died and like tomorrow, and my wife sold my hunting gear for the price that I told her I got it for, someone would be getting a fucking good deal.
Yeah.
I'd be the first one lined up.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, Philly, because I didn't want to. But yeah, I'd be knocking on the door pretty goddamn quick.
Actually, yeah.
I remember that remember all that archery shit he bought for like next to nothing. I'll just take it all off your hands right now.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
actually just moved there and I had to put all my duck hunting gear in storage, and I filled half of a 9x20 storage unit with it, and I was just like, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I had to throw a couple couches out just to make sure I could get all my decoys in, but it was worth it in the long run.
We're sitting on fucking broken lawn chairs.
Yeah.
Is that a brown dog?
Hey?
That
Got a
is a
brown
brown
dog there?
dog.
Yeah, that's Mallard.
This is Mallard. He's my silver lab.
No such thing. But I'm not gonna get that argument going,
Yeah.
Philly?
This is
We won't go there.
It's a genetic mutation.
Yeah.
Anyways, boys, I'm gonna again thank you so much for coming on. I really do hope that once the season gets started and after you get a couple hunts under your belt and you get some pictures out there and stuff, I hope you'd come back on and let us know how those hunts went, and then anything that we can do on the union, all you got to do is ask, and we'll do whatever we can to help you out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and would love to have you guys back on again.
You can fit us in there. You got millions of people listening. I mean, we're
You know what, fellas? I'm sure I can fucking figure a way to get you on.
There's a hierarchy.
Yeah, there is a hierarchy to this. So, so yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get you on. All you got to do is just call. Get your people to talk to my people, and we'll get you on.
We're gonna keep tagging you guys in all of our photos and stuff. So you guys have been, some of our biggest supporters, right from day one. So we'll keep tagging you guys and hopefully keep making you laugh. Have some
Hey,
fun
buddy,
with it.
it's what it's all about. It's all about laughing and hanging around and surrounding yourself with good people, because that's all you can do, right? Fellas, thank you so much. One last time around the table. Dave, anything, buddy?
No, thanks guys. Thanks everybody.
Thanks for having
Billy?
Guys, just keep up the good work. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Mark?
Good luck with that boat.
there's room for you in it.
I
It's
only
big
take
enough.
a half foot apparently, so shouldn't be too bad.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Mark?
Guys, you appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot what you do. It's definitely noticed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Boys, again, thanks so much. Philly, you drive safe because I know it's probably fucking brutal out there right now. So drive safe on the way up to the cottage,
Yeah,
and
buddy.
we'll be chatting. Everybody, thanks again to our listeners. Thank you so much again for downloading on Spotify, on Apple Music, whatever the fuck it is that you use to listen to this. For the people that are watching on YouTube, please make sure that you like and subscribe. That goes for all of our platforms. Get the word out. We are really trying to just bring some awareness and have some fun in the waterfowl community within Canada. As I've said on this show earlier, this can be a very cutthroat, very backstabbing business, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like it, because at the end of the day, it's birds. No one's going to lose their life over it. No one's going to, it's birds. So bring the waterfowl community together. Everybody says that hunters look after hunters. Over the last 6-7 months, I've seen nothing but hunters try to ruin other hunters. So the challenge is out, and it's up to you. Spread the word. Tell everybody about the union. Tell everybody to come on and listen. And listen, if you have ideas and anything that you want us to do on the show, just fire us a message and we'll do it. With that, everybody, big love. We'll see you again next Thursday. Hold on. Don't want to do what I done last week.